Speaking of flying, John Deere tractor flying down the road at 20 miles an hour. I didn't realize that was possible. Jeremy Markovich, NC Rabbit Hole, joining us now on the Heaster Automotive Group Hotline. The latest Rabbit Hole features a John Deere tractor chase. Do I have this right, Jeremy?
You do. That is exactly right.
Did you know that John Deere tractors could hit 20 miles an hour?
I did not. And I tell you what, like, you're like 20 mile an hour. That's not fast. Like for a police chase, probably not fast. But for a John Deere tractor, if you're just sitting there watching it go by, that's actually like, I'm not used to seeing a tractor going that fast. So that's good speed for a John Deere.
So
all in context.
So was the John Deere stolen? What happened here?
So what happened was a gentleman broke into a barn somewhere in the greater Boone area.
All right.
I have learned a lot about John Deere farm equipment over the last 2 days, but apparently they're not hard to steal because there's just like one key for like a lot of old John Deere tractors, and you could take that key and just put it in your neighbor's tractor and it'll work. So this was not a particularly hard thing to steal. This gentleman took it and he drove into town, and when he got into Boone, he started hitting cars in a church parking lot. He shoved a dumpster into a church. And as you might imagine, some people decided to call 911 when they started seeing this. And the police started to chase him. Now, the police have a lot of procedures about how they pursue cars, suspects, that sort of a thing. Mm-hmm. I talked to the police chief in Boone. You'll be shocked to know that there's not really a tractor chase procedure, as you will.
Protocol.
They really didn't know how to stop this thing, so they just followed it for an hour at 20 mile an hour through Boone out into the county, and they tried stop sticks on it, like little spike sticks they can throw in front of cars, and then it'll bust out the tires and it'll stop the car. That didn't do anything. And then they got this like dragnet cop show idea of shooting the tires out of the back of the tractor to stop it. And so they got their SWAT team guy out with the rifle, and he shot at he hit the tires. But apparently that doesn't do anything either, because some farmers, again, a learning experience for me, some farmers put liquid in the tires to make the whole tractor heavier, and that kind of ends up sealing the tire, so it didn't actually deflate the tires. But the guy got spooked. He went down a private road, hit a dead end, jumped off, had a knife, but the police officer had a taser, and ended kind of like that.
Jeremy Markovich, NC Rabbit Hole, joining us here on the Heaster Automotive Group Hotline. That's Joe Ovius. I'm Joe Giglio. My favorite part of this, Jeremy, is I would normally suspect you of shenanigans by coming up with the name Andy LeBeau for the police chief, but I'll take your word for it that Andy LeBeau is real. You didn't make that up. But
you can Google him.
He knew the guy who stole the tractor.
Everybody knew him.
That was the best part of this twist to me.
Yeah, I mean, I know Boone is like a smallish town.
It's not that small.
But it's not Charlotte. It's not Raleigh. But this gentleman this is not his first run-in with the law. And they were like, "Did you know this, Dan?" He's like, "Oh yeah, literally it was everybody knows Ronnie."
Yes.
So, and I said, "Has Ronnie ever done anything like this?" And he's like, "He's done a lot of things." This is a bit much.
I think we'll close on that. Ronnie's done a lot of things. All right, I think that kind of seals the deal. Jeremy, NC Rabbit Hole is the newsletter. I highly recommend you subscribe to it. Go look it up. It's great. Jeremy, appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you later.
See y'all.